So, dear ladies and gentlemen, congratulations you here. I'm happy to see such amount of you. I'm really happy that such a lot of people decided to join us this night. From this day, my name is Oleg. So I think most of you have seen me before, but again, I'm event coordinator of Kyiv Medical University. You have my contacts. If you don't have for any your special requirements, just you can come after our training and ask, and we can communicate about your ideas or about your wishes. From today, we start our trainings for soft skills, which we will study for 3 weeks. We will have 3 workshops. It will be on this Monday, next Monday, on 15th of February and 22nd of February. So it's like a big series of training for us to improve our soft skills, to develop our emotional intelligence, and to work better and be the better version of you with day by day. So, also, I'm congratulating our partners from Kharkiv and Dnipro. They also see our translation on YouTube and are joining us one by one. And I ask you to respect each other, to enjoy this time, and to be as productive as possible, because I know value of the trainings, and I really appreciate that we are doing it now, and I'm happy that Kyiv Medical University done such opportunity for us. So enjoy. This is Madam Zlata. She will introduce herself, and a big round of applause for her.
So let's start. Thank you guys for coming here. I hope you will enjoy, at least you will take something interesting, and we will communicate and interact. My name is Zlata, as I've already said. I'm a psychologist, I'm coach, and I'm also a co-founder of one training agency. It's called Pro Trainings Agency or Ukrainian Trainings Agency. And we are specialized on different types of trainings, business trainings, personal development trainings, also some therapeutic, psychology therapeutic group for people, and etc. etc. We did not have English language trainings before, and so it's our also start. And I'm very happy that we have this audience like you. So, do you know what is difference between training and lesson, lecture, a seminar? Who knows the difference? Please don't be shy. Here there are no wrong answers. All the answers will be right, because it's precious, as your expression yourself is very precious. So what is the difference between lecture, lesson, seminar and training? Do you know? Who knows? Who wants to guess? Guess. No one wants? Okay, but be ready to interact. Training is such a kind of communication which based on very active and a lot of interaction between trainer, between a coach, between speaker, and between all the audience. So please interact with me, interact with each other. We're gonna talk, we're gonna play. It will be not like you are sitting and talking. We will talk to each other. And the more you talk, the more you express yourself, you get more and more use for you. Okay? So let's start. And our training is today about emotional intelligence. I'm sure you heard this before, these words, emotional intelligence, or no? Who heard it before? Please raise your hand. You. Who else? Who never heard this before? These two words, emotional intelligence. Okay. There are some people who did not raise their hands, so I guess that maybe some of you knows this, some of you doesn't. So we're gonna learn, we're gonna speak about it and a little bit train. Before we will start to investigate and learn what is emotional intelligence, I prepared some survey for you, okay? Some survey, and for this survey I ask you to relax and to close your eyes, okay? Please don't be shy and don't be afraid. It's safe. And okay, relax and close your eyes. And everything you should do is to just raise up your hand if you feel that answer is yes. If you feel that answer is yes, or you think that answer is yes, your answer, your personal answer, just raise your hand. No one will see you, no one will judge you, no one will analyze this or something. So, the question number 1 is, who of you have thought within the last week about whether or not you are an emotionally intelligent person? And be honest with yourself and with me, okay? Okay. Thank you for those who answered. Thank you. And who did not, okay, you are honest and it's good. So, the next question is, now when you are thinking of it, about emotional intelligence, would you consider yourself as an emotionally intelligent person? Would you consider yourself? Who consider yourself emotional intelligent person? Okay, okay. I see a couple of hands, several hands. Thank you, thank you. And the last, third answer is, who of you have ever worked consciously on your emotional skills? Who of you have worked consciously of your emotional skills? Practice. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for your answers. Thank you for being honest with me and with others, with yourself first of all. As this survey shows us, not too much people worked with emotional intelligence, not too much people think about this, and we will try to improve it here. My next answer to you is following. We are talking here about emotional intelligence like about soft skill. What is soft skill? Who knows? Who can answer? And if you don't know exact answer, please don't shy and guess. Just guess. What is soft skill? How do you think? Who will answer? Just what you think. Don't shy. Don't be shy. What is this? Soft skill. What is this? What is skill? The word skill, what does it mean? Who will tell me what word skill means? Skill, just skill. Please don't be shy. Okay, you. What's your name? Pardon? Okay, thank you.
Skill means it's a talent or an ability.
Could you repeat please?
Skill means it's the talent or the ability of an individual in particular field of something. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you for the answer. Thank you that you dare to answer. Actually, it's right. It's talent or ability, and ability actually it's improved and worked out talent, as we can say. To do something, yes. Okay. Maybe some of you have another idea what does it mean skill, except talent or ability? No? Okay. So
really, skill is some kind of ability to do something, to implement some knowledges, to some activity, etc., etc. But we know that there are different kinds of skills. Basically, two of them. First of all, it's hard skills. Hard skills are the skills which we are trained and learned about in school, universities, kindergarten, our families also, and actually it's the skill which connected to our brain. For example, to do math, right? You are learning many subjects in your university. You are learning medical subjects to be physicians, to be doctors, right? And it's about hard skills. You can write and read, right? You can write, read. Maybe someone can draw. Maybe someone plays some music instrument. Who can play some guitar or piano? Super. Okay. It's hard skill actually, because you train how to play, how to write, how to read. You train what is brain, what brain does consist of, what kind of parts, etc., etc., etc. And soft skills is something different than hard skills. Soft skills is about your personality, is about your feelings, is about your skills which shows who are you, which person are you, how you can express yourself, how you can interact with yourself, how you can interact with other people. Are you like playing game one, or you can interact good with another people? Yes, you're a common player or lonely player, something like that. And how you understand another people's needs. It's about soft skills. And it's not about only about emotional intellect. There are many soft skills like communication, like interaction with other people, and different. But we will start from the beginning. We will start from the main important soft skill called emotional intelligence. Also, this skill has another name, like emotional quotients, but mostly right to say it's emotional intelligence or emotional competence. Okay, next slide. And so, we came to our main point, to the subject of this training, to the emotional intelligence. So, a little bit now you know what is soft skill, right? And I think you know what is an emotion, or what are the emotions. You have many emotions, you feel them. And how do you think? What is emotional intelligence? And why we should learn it, train it, why we should deal with this? Why? Why we need it actually? So guess, if you don't know or right answer, no one knows actually. Just guess. What is this and why we should work with this? Why we should train it? Why we should develop it? Who is brave? Who is active? Should I ask once more? No? The question is here on the screen. What is emotional intelligence and why we need to learn and train it? Why? Who will tell me? Don't be shy and don't be afraid. There is no wrong answers. Okay, stand up and speak please loudly, okay? Because I need to hear you. I want to hear you. Stand up. No. Okay.
We need to know how to deal with people and how to treat them. Every individual is different, so we need to be emotionally intelligent, how to treat them.
Yeah. Yeah, so your idea is that we are treating and we are communicating and interacting with many people and we know how to deal with them and how to treat them. Right, this is correct and this is very good and right answer. Thank you very much. Let's clap. Thank you. These girls are more the bravest girls here, right? Thank you. So, who else have some another ideas about what is emotional intelligence? What else? It's not only about communication with other people. What else? Deal with different situations, okay? Please?
It is the capability of an individual to recognize their own emotions.
Yeah, to recognize all emotions. Yes, sure. Okay, the next answer is why we should recognize our emotions. Why? For what? Or what for? Would you please speak a little bit louder? We can use them when we need them. And actually we need them, our emotions. Do you agree? We need our emotions and we need to feel ourselves, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answers. Yes, if we will be honest, we will be honest with ourselves and we can define that everything we are doing for emotions. Of course, we have some rational thinking, we have some rational reasons, we are rationalizing our decisions, our actions, everything we are doing in our life, we are rationalizing, we are explaining by our brain, because I do this, I do that, right? Why you decided to enter the medical university? Why? You like it? Okay. Why you decided to enter medical university? Could you please answer? You. Why you decided to enter this university, medical university? You want to be a doctor. Thank you. So, I think all of you, to some extent, want to be doctors, and I hope it's really your decision and it's really what you want personally. But maybe some of you were pushed here by his or her parents. No? Everyone wants by herself or himself, right? Okay, that's good. But sometimes our decision may come not from our heart, and it can be like decision from our family, or decision of our society, or decision of some economical situation in our country, that we know that, for example, you're going to be a doctor and it means you have a good job, you have a respect in your society, and you have love of many people, for example, and you will get and earn money, good money for this. And actually, to know medicine, it's very good in general for each person, for all of us. So your decision is 100% right, but I'm just telling about that it may be different sources of this decision. But it's good if you really want it, and you really like it, and you like subjects you are learning, and you like people you are communicating with, and you like everything that is going on, and you really be a good doctor when you graduated. But sometimes we don't use our emotions to choose it. We use only our brain to choose. But, for example, if you are choosing this profession only by your brain, not with your emotion, it means that you can suffer while studying, while learning, while being here. For example, for your dream, your life may be more comfortable, home, more comfortable circumstances of your life, you left your family and friends somewhere, and you're sacrificed with something to achieve something. But sometimes it cannot be equal. You're sacrificed too much to achieve. And so it's a matter of decision. And to get the right decision, we use our emotional sphere, our emotions. But it's not just about taking decisions or something, and we will learn further about this. So, feeling our emotions means to feel ourselves. Talk to our emotions means to talk to ourselves. And by this, we can speak, communicate, and to interact with another people more ecologically, better, with more understanding, and make our life and our societies better. And especially for you, as for future doctors, to be emotionally competent is very, very important. Because you know that doctors communicate and interact with many people. Some of them are not so good, not in so good mood, good state, and sometimes it can be very hard to handle not only with physical stuff, but also with emotional, psychological stuff. And I hope you understand how much psychological and emotional stuff influence to body and to disease or something. So to be emotionally competent for doctor means to be a good doctor, to be also to make right decisions about patients and to treat people normally. I don't know if you met this stuff or situation when you meet good doctor and doctor is not soft, doctor is not polite, doctor is quite rude, and sometimes it can spoil all the impression about doctor and some of result of medication treatment, and that's it. So to be good doctor and not to burn out yourself, you know what does mean burn out? When burnout is when you communicate with many people and take this energy of different emotions and not so good emotions. You feel bad, you feel tired, and you feel like empty inside. And you became aggressive or passive or have depression or something. It's like burnout phenomenon. So you should start to care about your emotional sphere right now, and I hope you cared also before. So, next step. I again need your interaction. What do you think? How do you think? What this proportion is about? What is about? Could you please speak a little louder?
Intelligent quotient and emotional quotient.
Yeah. Emotional quotient and intelligence quotient. You know what is IQ? I think all of you know that it shows your intelligence, brain development, intellect, right? Hard skill intellect, which we discussed before, right? Like you can perform some knowledges, some professional skills, and etc. And this 80% means emotional quotient. It means emotional competency. And all this stuff is about success. There are some investigations that show that people who are more competent emotionally, they are more successful in their lives. Not only with communications with another people or understand yourself or something, but they are successful. And only people, it means that only 20% of your IQ, of your hard skills influence to your success. It's good to study good, right? To have good marks, to have good performance in your university, to know about disease, about body, about everything, a lot of knowledges, yeah? But also it's good to be emotional competent, as we discussed before. And it's not only about, as I already told, about interaction with people. It's also about how you feel, what should you do, right? How you feel, for example, what you need more for your development, for your personal and professional development. It's like you became, when you're emotional competent, you became like more developed and more efficient yourself. Yes? And so it's for like motivation to know that yes, to develop emotional competency, emotional intellect, it's very, very important for each of you, especially if you want to be successful in your profession and in your life in general. Okay. Okay, so sometimes we think that people who are developed intellectually, high developed, they are not developed emotionally or vice versa. Indeed, it's not so, and the main thing is to have these two things in balance: emotional competency and like IQ, you know, your intellect to be developed. And also, if your intellect is highly developed, actually emotional competency became also developed, because you know many things about how your body works, how this world works, what happened, and really you became more emotionally competent as well. That's why it's good to develop both emotional intelligence and your brain intelligence, intellect. Right, so we should think about harmony, and our decisions should be both rational and emotional. Okay, and now I want to play one game with you. It will be just game, and to take part in this game, you should come here, yes, and and you should complete the rules which I offer you. I'm explaining now these rules. So rules are very simple. You should come here. Here on this table I have some paper sticks with name of emotion. Right? You don't know which emotion you will take, which emotion you will get, which name, and you will check it, but don't show to others, just for yourself. When you understand, when you realize which emotion you take, you should show to others, but not by your voice or language. Express, yes, by language, body language. Okay. So, who wants to be the first? And who wants to come here? Okay, come. You raise your hand first. Come. Okay. Thank you for coming. What's your name? Nice to meet you. So thank you. Okay. Okay. What's the name of this case? Now you should, yeah, you are not pronouncing, but you should, okay, yes. Yes, right. You are playing good actor. Sadness. What is the meaning for sadness? Each emotion has some meanings, right? How do you think? Why we should be sad? Because we are not feeling good. Okay. And we are not feeling good, but well, sadness. Okay. And this period which we are sad, what we are doing? when we are
We
sad.
always thinking our life and how to improve these problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Super. And when you are sad, where do you feel it in your body?
When some problems going on.
Okay. For example, sadness. You have shown the sadness very good. Where do you feel it in your body? Where? Anywhere, but in your body, inside. Or it's somewhere outside. But you don't want to show now. You don't. Okay. Okay, good. Great. Let's start. Who guessed the emotions? Some of girls. No? Who thought it sad first? Who was first? Who guessed this emotion? Some of you, right? No? You want to come here? No? Guys, let's decide who will come here from you. Come. Don't be shy. Okay. So you understand it, right? Okay. So, take. You understand this emotion? Okay. So, try to show. Don't be shy. It's okay. Everyone has this emotion.
Some reason. It's not like
Who thought disgust? It's not fair. Okay.
you know player.
No, she's a good player. Just maybe it's not a simple emotion, right? It's some kind of complicated emotion. Okay. What's your name, by the way? Tell me, please, why we need to feel this disgust? Why we need that? Okay. And what does it tell us? What we should do when we feel it? You deny the situation, right? Okay, thank you very much. And what do you feel in your body? Do you feel it somewhere in your body? Where is it in your body? Thank you. You can see it. Okay. Thank you. Guys, please come here. You will be the next, okay? Take one. Yes. Show the people, to your colleagues, students.
What you should expect
Good. You're so good. Everything is done. Why we need to feel fear?
when you saw me?
Okay, but for what? What is for actually? This adrenaline for what? Yes. To survive. To survive. Yeah, right. To survive. Yes, and it's actually instant. Yes. So it helps us to survive. Actually, it's basic emotion. And where we feel it in our body, where it is located in our body. Brain. Okay, maybe in brain, sometimes in our feet, sometimes in stomach. It may be anywhere. Thank you very much for your performance. From the end of the audience. We have 4 emotions left. So, show to
Frustration.
Yeah, right. You know that, girl? Okay, thank you. Why we should feel angry? Why? Okay, and what is the meaning of this anger? Sometimes anger is necessary to us also to not to be in some dangerous situation or not to let our people to injure us physically or psychologically or somewhere. So, and actually it's emotion which is necessary, but sometimes when we suppress and compress these emotions, not to express it, we can't control it. So to control it, we should know it, right? Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Please start. Okay, we will not. We will place this emotion until we will create text.
Anxiety.
So, why we should feel joy?
We should feel joy. If you do any dynamic stuff, then motivation process. If you do any
Right.
we feel motivation.
Right. We feel motivation of joy, right? Yes, this is very good. And another issue of this emotion is not only to cheer us up, but also to feel that everything is going fine, everything is going good as it should be, as we want. Yeah. Great. Thank you very much for your performance. And we have one more. Please come. Okay. That's your name. Very nice to meet you. So please take it.
Take the body.
Yes, shock.
One more time.
Okay. Not shock. Surprise.
One more time.
Yeah, surprise. Yeah, great. Why should we need to feel surprised, like we are surprising? Okay, yes, you're right. It's emotion of attraction to something new, interesting, and something we should investigate to learn more. Great, thank you very much. You can see it. How do you like this experiment? And this game, do you like it? Yeah. Okay. We have some second part of this game. Who remembered all the emotions which were shown here by people? Someone of you remember all the emotions?
Yes.
You remember, right? Which are these emotions? Tell me. One by one. Joy, okay. Surprise. Sad. Fear. Disgusting. Right.
Angry.
Yeah, anger it was. Okay. Okay, anger. Yeah. Now I want someone who didn't come here yet to come. Someone who didn't come yet, come here. Come. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Did you remember all the emotions we showed here? Yeah? Okay. Now take one of the pencils and I will explain you what to do. So, we suppose that each emotion has some energy potential. Some of them has less, some of them has more. We tell that it's plus minus, like in math, something like -1 + 2, blah 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 blah. So we will now call all the emotions one more time, and you, according to your feelings, you should put each of emotion to some place. Okay, here. Do you understand what does mean? For example, first emotion was sadness. Okay, where should you put sadness here on this scale? Okay, could you please like sadness or something to write it down? Okay, yeah, sadness. Or sad. Okay, let's suppose that it's sadness. Great. Okay. The next one was disgust. Where would you put disgust? Here we have some nice emotions. Disgust like a good emotion. No? Okay. Okay, you might write down disgust or something. Oh, great. The next one was fear. Where should we fear? You can put to the same place if you feel that it should be at the same place. You can fear. Okay. Okay. What was the next one? What was the next one? Surprise. Where is surprise? Okay. So, draw it. Big eyes. What was next? Anger. Where is anger? Joy. Anger. First anger. Okay, you can put to the same place if you feel so. Where? Here, okay. So please write it down or draw, I don't know. Okay. And the last one was joy. Where's joy? Where would we put joy? Okay. Okay, great. Perfect performance. love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, in general, we have our main 7 or 6 main emotions. There was one more emotion, but it's close to disgust. It's like social emotion when we feel ourselves higher than another people. And this emotion called
Contempt.
I forgot how
Contempt.
Contempt, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. But it's close to disgust. Disgust we can feel also like this, like something. We don't, or some people don't force us to talk with or something, or interact, and vice versa. We didn't deserve to talk to someone, to be in some situation or something. And these main emotions cause another many emotions and emotional states. While you were trying to guess emotions, you gave some names to that emotions, like, for example, happiness or another kind of emotion. And all these emotions are also existing. It does not mean that we have only 6 or 7 main emotions. But these emotions are similar to people, to human beings, and to animals. And there was one scientist, and his name is Paul Ekman, and he learned emotions, like emotions of people and emotions of animals. And all these 6 or 7 emotions were the same, similar with among people and among animals, among monkeys actually. And these emotions have the same face expressions. Yeah. Monkey and people are performing the same face expression while feeling this emotion. And I think when you was trying to guess the emotion, you also have face like expressing the emotions you were trying to guess. Okay, next. And as we already know, I hope you realize that emotional intelligence is really fundamental skill which we should have and which we should develop. And actually it's divided, or it's consists of 5 basic skills, like emotional awareness. When we met and I asked you why we need to be emotionally intelligent and what does it mean, some of you told me that we should be aware of our emotions. To be aware of our emotions is to know what we feel in just very moment. And to know the names of these emotions, to know the words, to be able to express these emotions not only by your face, subconsciously, but also consciously. By your words, to know what emotion do you feel, for example, right now, and to know, to be aware of. So, could you please tell me, some of you, what do you feel right now? Can you guess? To be aware, what do you feel right now? Excitement? Okay, good.
Happy.
Happiness? Okay. Tension?
Euphoria.
Pardon? Euphoria, okay. What else? Hungry? Hungry. Okay, maybe someone is hungry, someone is angry. Okay. But it's very important to know, actually, most of the time, what do you feel? And when guys came here, when people came here, I asked them, why we need to feel this emotion? Why we need to feel anger? Why do we need to feel? We need to feel happiness, joy, etc. And what should we do with this emotion? Every emotion has some purpose. It's not only like for to be and to have. Okay. Another ability, except feeling your emotion and to be aware of your emotion, is to channelize your emotion or to stand your emotion. To give the space in your body and in your brain to this emotion. I know you are from different countries and maybe from different cultures, and in all of you are Indians. No, some of you are not from India. But even India, as I know, it's multicultural country, right? And you have many languages, many religions, and etc. Yeah, and you may be Indians, but you may be very different from different states, right? And you have in your culture some traditions, and maybe some of you from the childhood have some restriction about emotions. Do you have something like guys should not cry, boys should not cry, or men should not play? You have. Not all of you maybe, but sometimes in my culture, in our Ukrainian culture, is like it's like man shouldn't express too much his emotions, because if he is expressing emotions, it means that he's weak or something. Maybe in your culture, yes, the same. And from one point of view, it has some reason, maybe practical reason. But from another point of view, men and also women cannot handle their emotions. They even sometimes don't know, are not aware what are they feeling. If, for example, as a psychologist, I'm asking my clients, what do you feel? And they are answering me, okay or not okay, good or not good or normal. And that's it. They even does not know these emotions like sadness or fear or scare. They feel just okay, not okay, and blah blah. So we have to understand that to have emotions is okay. It's normal. It's biologically correct and also socially correct. It's okay to feel many emotions. Does not matter. You are girl or boy, woman or man. Do you have some, I don't know, higher position, or you are student, or you don't have job at all, or something. It does not matter at all. To have and to feel emotions is okay, and we should accept it, and we should know it. That any kind of emotion I have, it's necessary, and it's not negative or positive. It should be. It's okay. It's normal, and it's biological stuff. Okay, and that's why we let our emotions to be. It means channelize, accept, and stand them. I would like to ask you one question. Maybe if you don't want to answer, you may not answer, but do you feel some deep sadness when you lose your beloved ones, your close people, maybe? Yes. I mean, yes, okay. Okay, you felt it. Okay, how did you react to this situation? What did you feel in this situation? Sad. Angry. Did you feel something like to get rid of these emotions as soon as possible? Music, okay. Sleep, okay. You handle like that. Did enjoy. Okay.
Party, friends.
Friends. Okay, good. Traveling, yes, it helps. So you have your ways to handle your emotions, but sometimes we should, for some period of time, we should have this emotion and feel it without any kind of support. I mean, that like to emphasize, to meet your emotion directly, without helping yourself something. And to be able to stand this emotion at least for some period of time. Yeah? I don't know how it's in your country, but in Europe, in United States, people try to handle with their emotions by medicine. If you feel sad, you should take medicine and it will be okay. If you know, but sometimes it's not correct and it shouldn't be so, because we, like human beings, have some biological process of normalization these emotions, and we should let these emotions stay with us. We should let these emotions be, and it's coming to the end by itself. Biologically, our body is healing us if we don't disturb it. Okay. The third one is to empathy towards yourself and others. What does it mean to be empathic, to feel empathy to others? Who can tell me?
To understand the feeling of others. Ma'am, to understand the feeling of others.
Okay. We can feel what we feel. We can understand what we feel, and we can understand what other people are feeling. But we cannot be empathic to another people. While we are not empathic to ourselves, while we are not taking our emotions seriously, while we are not listening to our emotions, right? So, the next one, the ability to manage your emotions. It's the stuff which you told me about already, that somehow you are handling your emotions. Someone by sleeping, someone by music, someone by traveling, maybe someone by sport, by talking to your friends, by sharing these emotions with other people. Someone may be writing some poetry, someone may be keeping a diary or some stuff like this. You should know and you should find your own way to handle your emotions, but sometimes not to handle emotion, to feel it, let you feel, stay in this emotion is the best way to handle, as we already discussed, right? And fifth one is the ability to apply your emotions specifically to increase your quality of life. It's not only about to know what emotions, what kind of emotion you're feeling, to express it, but to understand how emotions can help you to organize your life more happy, more healthy, and in those ways you like it more and you deserve it, of course. And it means that we should know what we feel right now and what should we feel when, for example, our goal will be, we will meet our goals, we will complete our goals. And if we are not feeling ourselves happy and normally right now, and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, why we decided, for example, to be here, why we decided to get this, if we are not happy in the process. So to aware yourself and your emotions in the process of life, not only by achieving something, is very, very important for us. Okay. And sometimes when we can hear our emotions correctly, and when we respect our emotions can create for us, and they are actually creating such a magic stuff like intuition. Do you know what is intuition? It's something.
Feeling of that something is going to happen in the future.
Yeah, and it can be not rational. We don't know for sure by our brain, but we feel that it's correct. Answer, step, action, movement, right? And etc. Sometimes our intuition tells us that no, it's not correct and we shouldn't go there, we shouldn't do that, and so on. Okay. And we already have discussed all these things, but one more time to repeat that emotional intelligence gives us self-awareness, motivation, empathy, social skills, and of course self-regulation. And to know emotions and to feel it, to express it, to give a chance for that emotions to be with you is the first step of self-regulation. Because sometimes we are trying to regulate our emotions without knowing how we should regulate. We just suppress and compress them inside our body and our psychological. Okay. Now I think you this picture must be well known to you. It's brain. I think you learned that brain plenty of times, and you know all these sections. The idea is just to give you knowledge. What does it mean, emotional intelligence, in this picture? What does it mean? Do you want to tell something?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. So, how do you think? What do we do first? Feel or think? Feel. Right? Emotions is what we feel, and first of all we feel something, and then we are thinking. We are analyzing what is going on, right? What do we feel? What kind of emotion is this, and so on. First of all, we feel. How do you think why we feel first? Why emotion is so fast? Why? How do you think? Why it's so fast? I think you know the answer as future.
Cause comes before effect.
I don't hear you well.
The cause comes before effect.
Okay, maybe, yeah. Okay. It's some kind of also evolutionary, right, and biological reaction. Because when we touch something hot, we don't think that it's hot. We feel hot and we directly take out our hand from the place which is hot, right? And when we feel cold outside, you know, now it's very cold outside, and what does it make you? Sense, yeah. You sense by your body that it's cold, and you're not going without clothes, right? Okay. Good. So, our sensations, this kind of feeling, that kind of emotions, are coming here to this part of brain. And they are not analyzing by our cortex. First, they are coming here, and it makes our body to react somehow. From spinal cord, it makes us to react. If it's cold, we are taking us away from this cold, or we are getting some hot stuff, hot dress, or when it's hot, we are taking off our hand, and etc. Right? When we have some danger, we feel some danger, we are running, or we stop ourselves, not to run and not to move. It's different. So our body is taking the decision without our brain. And you know that we have some function in our body which we cannot control by our brain. What is this? Reflexing, yeah. What else? What else?
Involuntary actions, heart.
Yes. Yeah. Heartbeat, right? Breathing. We cannot regulate it by our brain, actually. I mean consciously. Brain is regulating, but not by cortex. Yeah. So, and this pulse, this pushing of emotion is really hard, is really powerful. And not to make it so powerful, we should use our cortex, our brain, yeah, like new cortex. And when we start to analyze our emotions by our brain cortex system, the potential, the power of the emotion decreases actually, right? For example, when we feel fear, and when we switch on this part of our brain, we start to realize why we fear, why we feel this fear, why do we scare, yeah? Why do we scare? Sometimes we can scare because we really have danger in front of us, or some situation is really can be harmful for us. It's not safe. But sometimes we feel fear like before exam. Why do we feel fear before exam? Is it really so dangerous?
Yes.
Why? Why it's so dangerous?
Because we will fail when we don't study.
If you don't study, yeah? If you have no... Okay, but even if so, what worse can happen? What worse can happen if you did not pass your exam? What worse can happen? You can try to pass it one more time, right? And you will not die of your exam, of your, if, for example, if you will not pass it. You will not die, nothing will happen actually to you physically. Yes, but psychologically we are really scary about this situation because for us it's very, very important. And sometimes this importance in our brain is more than it is in real, actually. Okay, but when we switch on our brain, as I told, power of emotion is decreasing, and we can handle it. And this emotion is not so powerful to us. It's not controlling us, but we can control emotion. That's why very important is to aware emotion, to know the name of emotion, to analyze why we feel this emotion, what will be helpful for us to handle this emotion, and vice versa. So even while giving name to emotions, by expressing it verbally, we decrease the potential of this emotion and we can control it. For example, sometimes we are so angry that even cannot stop yourself to tell someone some bad things, or harm someone, or do some strange things, yes, maybe crazy, maybe. And if you can't control yourself, there is you should start to realize where you are, that I'm in the class, what you feel. I feel angry, maybe I feel also hot, and how many lamps are in the class, and etc. So you should push a little bit your brain work. And this part of brain takes the power of the emotions. And this is about emotional intelligence. Not only this, but it's very, very briefly how does it work. And more you learn about emotions, more you interact with this, better your control will be. Emotions control you, but also you can control your emotions, and it's quite good. So we already spoke what is the emotion, and here are some identification of what is the emotion, but they are not so much scientific, just for your knowledge, just for your awareness. That is, emotion is strong feeling deriving from some circumstances, mood, trigger, and etc. And here are our emotions, which we have already discussed and played with, and by topic. Now I want you to make another task, and it will be last for today. Okay? And some of you has papers, notes. Some of you don't have. Who needs? Who will? You can take some. How much? Now your task. I'm explaining your task. Couple of minutes and we will finish. Okay? So, here you can find emotional expressions of face, of mimic, and there are 12 of them. So now, each of you who wants, who has papers, who has pens, please guess what is this emotion? Yourself, just yourself, according to your intuition, to your knowledge, to your guess. What is the emotion? You can try to guess. So put the number and emotion, number and emotion. If you don't see from there, you can come here and look, okay? You can come and look and see. And you have 3 minutes, okay? You have 3 minutes for that. Don't think too much. Just what you guess, write it down. Don't think too much. So, you have 3 minutes and So are you ready? Yes. Yes? I need two people to come here with the results. With your papers and with your guests. Who wants? Please, two Who else? Who else? Who else wants to come here? Who did this exercise? Are you ready? Have you written that? Okay, we have very active young lady, and she will. Okay, so what do I want from you? You tell the number and emotion. First you, then you, or vice versa. And we are listening to. Which is first emotion? Which emotion?
Natural.
Okay. But tell what is your favorite, okay?
Yes,
okay, good. Okay, then second one. Smiling. Yours?
Smiling.
Okay.
They both cooperating.
Okay. The third one. Happy.
Happy.
Happiness. So, have you written happiness?
Yes, ma'am, happy.
Yeah? Okay, really happy. Really, it's true? Wow, the same? Wow, great.
When they are sitting together, they
Angry.
Angry.
Wow, the same. Fifth one.
I'm confused.
Surprised?
I'm confused.
Confused. Surprised, confused. Difference, right?
Yes.
Okay, first difference. Sixth one.
I'm surprised.
Joyful. Yours?
I'm surprised.
Surprise. Okay, here's surprise. Okay, good. 7.
Bad smell.
Okay, disgusting my hair. Okay, good. Keep on going. 8. 1. It disgusting. Okay.
I'm disgusting.
Okay, good. 9. Sad.
Praying.
Pray. Pray emotion. Okay, good. That's one. Teasing. Teasing. Okay. What's yours? Okay. 11th one. Notorious. Naughty. Okay, not okay. Okay, not.
Yes, ma'am. Naughty.
The same. Okay, not again. Okay, 12. The last.
But this is also the same.
Frustrated.
Afraid,
Fear, frustrated. So, how many differences you have here in this? 3 or 4? 3 or 4. Yes. 3 or 4, right? Why we have these differences? How do you say?
Way of thinking.
Because they are individualistic.
Oh. Yeah. Everyone is different. Everyone can see here those emotions he or she feels, right? We cannot see another emotions except those we have and we feel, right? We cannot analyze and differentiate some strange emotions, right? Which we don't. And why? Actually, these guys performs very similar results. How do you think why? Really similar. A lot of similar, because mostly people are performing more different results. More differences they have here. Why they are so similar? How do you think? Because
ऐसा मारो
you know each other. In real life, you are friends. They know each other. They're friends. Are you from the same country? Same city. Okay. So, okay. Do you study at the same group or?
No, but same books we study.
Okay. So the closer people are, they're similar mindset. Yeah, similar emotions and similar states they can have. Right, and they can understand each other. I mean, yes, and they can understand each other better. And it means that you, this result shows us that you are really friends and you understand each other, can understand each other. Okay. Thank you very much for performance, for attention. You are great. Okay, guys. And the last thing for today, the last task for you, we have these great pictures of one student who is very creative guy, and he feels, and he's, I think, emotionally intelligent, because you know how many expressions he can draw even, not only tell or express, but also draw. That's great, yeah. And we have some line here, which is 0 line, right? How do you think? Why only 2 emotions are beyond this line and the rest are below? Positive, negative. Okay, good. And what conclusion we can take from this range? We have much more negative, so to say negative, because it's not actually negative, but we call them negative, socially negative emotions. Much more than positive. It's for our also safety, for our surviving. Nature made us like this, right? Because when we feel negative emotions, it means that we can faster react to these negative emotions. Yeah? And to stabilize, to harmonize these negative emotions, we should know how to feel positive things. And we should know what makes us more happy, joyful, relaxed, and etc. And all of you will get some home exercise as you want. And it's like this, it's following. Please, first, analyze your state tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. You can do it during all week, or you can do it only one day, it's up to you. Just analyze what you feel 3 times a day. First in the morning, when you just get up and switch on your brain and tell yourself what I'm feeling right now. Okay? Then, after lessons, about 3-4 o'clock, what you feel, and before going to sleep, what you feel right now. Sleepy, but maybe someone is relaxed, someone is happy, someone is sad, someone is frustrated. It can be different for each of you, and can be different day by day. Today you feel relaxed, tomorrow you feel happy. The day after tomorrow you feel hungry or angry. So, it will be like an emotional diary. But if you don't want to make it like a diary and write it down all day, each day of the week, please do it tomorrow. Just 3 times ask yourself, what do you feel right now? It's first part, and the second part is, to analyze what makes you happy. And make a list of what makes you happy, at least with 5 things. At least with 5 things. What makes you happy? If you can write more, it will be very good. The more the better. Okay? Do you understand what is your homework? And please, if you are going to visit our next training, take it with yourself and you're going to analyze and talk about it. Okay? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So guys, keep your emotions. Keep yourself in calm, hot, warm, and take care of yourself. Thank you.